Hi, my name is Josh Siemens, and I did my research presentation on the subject of neuromarketing. Neuromarketing is the study of the consumer's brain and how it responds to different marketing practices, such as advertisements. It is the combination of the study of consumer behavior with neuroscience. Prior to neuromarketing, marketing researchers had to rely on focus groups and surveys, which could be seen as very unreliable and ineffective. But neuromarketing has revolutionized the job of the marketing researcher because it allows them to measure how the brain reacts to different parts of the marketing message. Um, it is an easier way to determine what triggers brain responses in the consumer. A good example of neuromarketing and its successes with a well-known company would be Campbell's Soup. Um, a few years ago, Campbell's Soup had the goal to try to improve sales by 2% in 2 years. And for this, they researched everything from eye movement to pupil dilation to sweat levels and even changes in body posture of the consumers when looking at a can of soup. Um, from all this research, they found that their logo on their can, as you can see in the picture provided, was too domineering and that there was no emotional connection that could be drawn between the consumer and the can of soup. So to change their can, they brought the logo to the bottom, still noticeable but less just domineering over the whole can, and also they added steam to create that emotional connection and really let people know like this soup is hot, it is good. To fully understand what neuromarketing is, you must have a concept of what neuroscience is. And to measure the brain activity of the consumer, there are three main methods that neuromarketers would use. There's electroencephalography, or EEG, magnetoencephalography, MEG, or functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. EEG measures the amount of brain waves being sent when consumers are watching an advertisement, and it does this through an electrode helmet. MEG tracks the magnetic field that is caused by neurons firing in your brain. MEG is can track the time that the neurons began firing and also the origin, making it a lot easier for marketing researchers to figure out what part of the brain was reacting to which part of the advertisement. Lastly, fMRI tracks blood flow through the brain. When watching an advertisement, your brain receives a lot more oxygenated blood flow, and so marketing researchers are looking for the blood oxygen level dependent to really determine how the advertisement triggered different parts of your brain. The ethicality of neuromarketing is highly debated. Like anything, there's opposition and supporters. The opposition of neuromarketing, they want to argue that it is unethical to use human subjects, and that also that because they have the constitutional right to privacy of their innermost thoughts, that neuromarketing is invading that right. And lastly, that neuromarketing could be a harm to the public because it could trigger buy buttons in the consumer's brain. However, supporters would argue that neuromarketing is not unethical for the use of human subjects because it is used for research and is supported and funded by government spending. Also, the technology of neuromarketing only measures the reactions of the brains, not the thoughts that consumers are having. And lastly, marketers are in the business to ultimately sell a product, and they're using neuromarketing to weed out the bad ideas and make the best marketing message possible. So in conclusion, neuromarketing is revolutionary, whether unethical or ethical, because it helps market researchers do their job better and improves advertisements that everyone will see.